Nick. I'm with Sunshine State RVs in Gainesville, Florida. We are the #1 Class B RV dealership in the state of Florida. We're #3 in the whole United States of America. All we do all day, every day are Class B RVs. That's all we sell. That's all we service. That is what we do. That's what we know. That's what we love. The van life. It is phenomenal. But behind me, what I have here is a brand new 2025 Coachmen Beyond rear bath model. So Coachmen makes 3 different models. They make a Galleria on a Mercedes Sprinter, they make the Beyond on the Ford Transit, and they make the Nova on the ProMaster. This is their middle one, the 22-foot long all-wheel drive Ford Transit Beyond. So what's cool, there are some changes for 2025 in this rear bath. The rear bath is the one that people either absolutely love it or they say, it's not really for me. So if you're looking for a Class B van with an all-wheel drive, full lithium system, high quality cabinetry, insulation, dual wheels that can tow, that can drive, that can be totally self-contained, and you need a big bathroom, nice twin beds, and a lot of space in it, this Beyond rear bath might be the van you're looking for. So watch this video, check everything out that I'm about to go through. I'm gonna go through it front to back, top to bottom, and show you everything on this beautiful Beyond. Okay, so this Beyond is the brand new color. So when we first started selling Beyonds, they only had like a blue jean color and a gray color. Like there was not a lot of variation. And so, credit to the guys at Coachmen that are listening to what customers are wanting. This is their brand new color. This is the Avalanche Gray. It is kind of a muted gray. It's not silver, but it's not gray. It's kind of right in between. So they do a silver. They also do a carbonized gray. Now they do an Avalanche Gray. So they're kind of trying to hit all the different shades of gray in the palette. But this is the Avalanche Gray. This has the LED headlights, the fog lights, the parking sensors. This is the Lithium Model. So the lithium is 640 amp hours of Lithionics batteries. It is a 3,000 watt inverter. It is an Underhood generator that is a second alternator that generates power to charge the batteries. There's also 300 watts of solar on the roof. So that lithium system can power everything in this coach without being plugged in, without having an external Onan generator on for 8 hours. Everything in the coach can run. You can run the air conditioner. I mean, you probably can't run the air conditioner and microwave at the same time, but you can run the air conditioner, you can run the fridge, you can turn lights on, turn lights off, use a hotspot. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do in there for 6 to 8 hours. And also depends on what you keep your temperature at. In my master bedroom, when I'm sleeping, I keep the temperature around 70. The rest of the house is around 72, 74. If you kept this RV around 70, 8 hours might be a long time. You might only get 6 or 7 hours out of it. So you gotta do some power management there. But the batteries that are built into this can power everything. Now, there is one battery pack in there, 640. You can add another battery pack and you can have 1280. Quick math, 1280. So you can go 640, or you can go 1280, or you can just have a generator. Totally up to what you want. Coachmen is very proud to be built in America. They are built in Elkhart or Middlebury, Indiana. I went up there. I go up there all the time, but the first time I was up there was the first time I ever saw a horse and buggy with a license plate on it. So there's a horse and buggy going down the road and there's a license plate. So there's a huge Amish community there. And one of the last times I went to their factory, I fed the whole factory lunch, bought everyone pizza and all this. Half the workers there are Amish, which is pretty cool. The Amish have a dedication to quality. That also goes to their cabinetry is built in an Amish factory there in Middlebury, Elkhart area. So as we're walking, this is the camping side. So you got a power awning with LED lights on it. No more, and if my wife is watching, no more hanging Christmas lights on the awning. They are built in now. They are providing, God has provided lights for you. You do not need the lights from our attic. So She won't let me tell her that, but maybe if she sees it on TV, she'll believe it, right? This whole van is treated with hush mats. So what that is that is in the wheel wells, and that is on the floor of the van. So that way it kind of insulates some of the noise and the road noise when you're driving, so it does make it quieter. It also has what they call cozy wrap, and there is also rock wool insulation. So really you virtually have 3 installations. They don't really call the hush mat an insulation, but the cozy wrap is an insulation. That's an added option along with the rock wool, which is your traditional insulation. They stuff in the cavities everywhere. But the cozy wrap is this film they put on the entire van to keep the temperature regulated inside. You do have a plug here, so when your awning's out and you are camping, you have a plug, you have a 110 plug right here, so you can have a griddle out here, you can have a coffee maker out here. You know, I like to cook outside. If my wife is still sleeping, I'll come out here and prepare some eggs, make some coffee, I'll sit in the lawn chair, and I'll kind of hang out here while she's in there, or if the kids wake up, I'll bring them out here and we'll cook a big breakfast outside rather than cooking inside the van. I mean, the whole reason you get a van or anything is to enjoy the beautiful outdoors. And so, you know, you want to do as much as you can outside. So this is kind of the camping side here. As we go around to the back, you do have a few different cameras, which are pretty neat, right? So you got 2 different cameras up there, and that's because this Transit has the forward sync system and the bird's eye view, the 360 camera. So the 2 cameras there will give you the bird's eye view. There's also a backup camera. You do have a tow hitch with a plug here that you can tow up to 5,000 pounds. You also have parking sensors. So as you're backing up, they beep as you're going. So Coachmen has been making RVs, not vans, but RVs for 60 years. Pretty significant, 60 years. They do have, so Coachmen doesn't just take the Ford Transit that the plumbers use and that electricians use and just turn that into an RV. They actually take the loaded Ford Transit that has all the options, and that is the top of the line, and they still improve the suspension. So they put super springs, sumo springs in the suspension to improve the ride, so that way it's not as bumpy. So what's neat about this? So this is the rear bath. I'm kind of giving you a little sneak peek on the inside here. So this is kind of how they outfit the back, which is nice because you have storage, right? So you got storage here, you got storage here, storage compartments. And I like these nets because they can be more flexible. They can let things air out. There's some here and some here as well. There is a screen here. So that way, if you did want to leave the doors open for some airflow and you don't want bugs inside, you can put the screen down, or you can easily let the screen go up. And this is the rear bathroom. So you got cabinets here, cabinets there, and you have a toilet. So I will go through more of this as we're going through, but I did want to show you guys the outside storage here. This is the outside shower, and this is the smart plug. So I'm gonna use these as a show and tell. You guys remember when you were kids and you were able to bring things to class and kind of show them off? I love having props here that I can show you guys how cool this van is. So the first show and tell we're gonna do today, class, is the outside shower. So the outside shower, actually I should have done the smart plug first, but once you're in the flow, you're in the flow, right? So this is the outside shower. So you plug it in here, just like this, stick it in, and now you have an outside shower. So with this shower, you can clean your feet, you can clean your dog, you can do your dishes, you can clean the side of your RV. It's also strategically located to where you can clean out your black. Well, this is your gray tank here because your sink is here. And so the gray tank flush is right there. And then your black tank is back here because your toilet is there. So they give you a black tank outlet there. So you can clean the black tank or the gray tank. So this is very useful. If you want a longer one, you can get a longer one. If you want something different, you can get something different. But this is very useful to have to clean whatever you need to clean over here to clean your, let's say you've been surfing all day and you come over here and you want to hose off. Or if you've been skiing all day, you want to hose your skis off, or your boogie board or snowboard, whatever you want to do. You know, I mean, everyone does something different, right? So very cool. You can add extra solar. There's solar on the roof, but if you wanted to add an extra couple hundred watts of solar and just kind of stick it out here in the sun, you can plug in and charge your batteries that way as well. Okay, next we have our smart plug. And if anyone's ever watched one of my videos, you know that I love the smart plug. So class, let me do a little, hey, that was pretty sweet, huh? See, my son's a wide receiver because he has hands like mine, and I was able to catch that like that. So if you've ever watched, I'm a big fan of smart plug, right? I think that this is pretty neat. When you plug it in, it clicks and stays in, and no matter how hard you pull it, obviously I guess I probably could pull it out, but this is not coming out, right? So it's nice because when it's in there, it lights up and it lets you know that you have full power. It's not gonna be halfway in because it won't light up and you won't stop. So to let it go, you just pull it and it comes out real easily. And what's cool about this is, besides watching my video and learn a few tidbits here and there, I'm not super detailed. I'm not a super detailed person. I'm not, you know, like we have people that work with us on our team that are phenomenal. Corey being one of them. Corey has been with us for, I'm gonna get this wrong, over 10 years. I remember the first time I met Corey, he lost his dog and me and him went on a chase to go find his dog. And he was so happy when he finally found that dog. I remember, and Corey's been a great family friend of ours as well. But Corey teaches everybody how to use your RV. So when you buy an RV from Sunshine State RVs, we fly you here to Gainesville and we pick you up at the airport in a really cool limo van, bring you to the airport, and we teach you how to use your new van. So we go through everything, teach you very, very detailed, as long as you need. We don't rush you through it. We don't just stick the next available guy on to teach you. We put someone who has been trained to do this with you, to teach you how to use your van, go through everything. Then if you find something that doesn't work right or something that you don't understand, we fix it right then, we tweak it, we adjust it, and we make sure to fully educate you on your new van. Then we put you at a local campground for your first 2 nights. During those 2 nights, you will learn how to use everything in your RV because you're gonna be camping in it and sleeping in it. If you forgot anything or if something doesn't work right, you come right back and we take care of it immediately. You know, the other day somebody was camping and they were taking a shower in their new RV and they were like, man, for the first 3 minutes or the first minute of my shower, it drains. But then after that, the water starts coming up in the shower. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Let's go take a look at it. And they're like, didn't you test this? And I'm like, well, I personally don't test the things. We have team members that do that, and they don't take 5-minute showers in them to test them. They turn the water on, they make sure the water drains, and they're done. But that's something you can test when you're camping in it here in Gainesville at the campground, and then we can fix it. So it turns out there was a little something we needed to adjust. We fixed it, and the next day they took a 5-minute shower and they were totally fine. So those are things that are hard for us to test at our dealership, but when you stay at a campground, you can easily test that, and we can make sure to make anything right for you that you want. If that's not possible for you to come to Gainesville, and I get it, you know, people have busy lives and we sell these all over the United States of America. We will ship it to your front door for free and give you a virtual walkthrough through Zoom or FaceTime or Teams or Google Meets or whatever you want to do. But I love the smart cord. I think it's great. And that's just one of the things that we teach you how to use when you're here. So this is also the city water connection, fresh water. This is your black tank flush, so it shoots in there and cleans out your black tank. And for those of you that still use cable, I'm sure you're out there, there is a cable outlet right there to hook up. So black tank, gray tank, Beyond, this is a keypad. This is very nice. If you do lock your keys or you lose your keys and you need to get in your van or you can't find them quickly, put your code in, door opens, and you jump in. So that is great. I do like the big mirrors. We do have the chrome alloy wheels here. What else is cool is that Coachmen started offering this really neat black wheel with like an off-road rugged tire. I'm sure Tim has a picture of that he can flash on the screen so you can see how sharp these vans are with the black wheels as well. And like I pointed out, you know, you have all of your parking sensors, fog lights, LED lights, everything that Ford puts on these. So the outside's super impressive. It's beautiful, lots of functionality. When you go inside, husbands, go grab your wives. Let's show them the inside of this van. I think that if you love the outside and you're looking for a van with a big rear bath and twin beds, you're gonna wanna watch these next few minutes. Okay, so now that we're inside this Coachmen Beyond rear bath, you can really see how wide open it is and how there's so much room in it. What I love about this floor plan is that it's just wide open. So you have big windows on this side, big windows on this side, lots of kind of flow back here. It's not interrupted by a bunch of cabinets and up and down everything. So this truly is the most wide open floor plan that there is. So in the front here, right when you walk in, you're gonna have like a little galley area here. So this is the kitchen area. So you do have your kitchen sink, you got your induction stove, you have your fridge and freezer, and you have your microwave. So the fridge and freezer, it is a smaller one because of the rear bath. It does have a freezer section in it. And then in here you have your single induction stove. You do have the nice rectangle sink with the residential style pull handle that comes out. You know, you can move this thing around, get it out of the way, whatever you like. And then you do have a cover for it. So some people store stuff in the sink and they put the cover on it, and then, you know, just a little cubby of storage. When you're traveling in a Class B van, you try to find any little cubbies of storage that you can find no matter where they're at. So this is a little sponge holder here. I don't know how many sponges you need in a van, but they give you space for a lot of sponges. You do have a trash can container. So for these little 3-gallon trash cans, you do have 2 spots there to hold. And then you have obviously some drawers here, also drawers down here. What is unique is these all are dovetail drawers, very high quality. This is like a high gloss white on here. And what's great is that all these cabinets, everything here, here's another one. Everything here is made at an Amish factory, a cabinet shop there in Middlebury, Indiana, and super high quality cabinetry, all throughout the whole entire coach, everything. And they come in 3 different colors. So this is the white option. They do have a modern gray color. The modern gray comes with a different style floor. They also have a maple color. So white, maple, and modern gray on the Beyond, which is really nice. So they do glass fronts on these to where, you know, you have a single cabinet here, but then when you're moving here, they give you a nice double cabinet, and then they give you the last one is a single. So everyone stores different things. So I like how something this size can be stored in this cabinet, but then, you know, you can section that one off and store something different. You know, I don't really think about those details a lot, but that's definitely something that my wife thinks about a lot, is where to store things, how to store things. You know, the other day we were talking with a customer who's had the same RV for 15 years, a van camper, and she was wanting to buy a new van camper. And she's like, there's so much technology and they're so comfortable. They drive so much better. They've come a long way. I just don't know if there's gonna be enough storage for me from my existing van to that van. I said, I got an idea. I said, bring your van over, clean out your old van, find your absolute necessities, and see where you'd put them in the new van. And then you're gonna have a lot of junk that you don't need to bring over to the new van, so then get rid of it all. And needless to say, it worked, but it's just kind of one of those things when you look around, you don't know how much stuff you have, how much stuff you need until you actually put it in all these cabinets. So here, again, here's a double one, and then here's a double one. So they give you 2 double cabinets, 2 singles, and another double. So I like how they kind of break up the storage for you. And I also like how it's insulated, and then there's stuff here. Now, obviously you can take a bin, put stuff in it, and just put the bin there if you wanted. Everybody does it so different, but storage is such a big deal in these Class Bs. So there is also some storage behind you, behind the camera guy, behind over the driver and passenger head, as they call that, the pizza oven. Some manufacturers just leave that open and you just throw stuff in there. I like how Coachmen covers it, insulates it, and puts the door on it. So there is some storage in there. So this is all of the technology here. So you got your awning controls, you got your Xantrax, your solar. This just shows you what the temperature is. It shows you how many amps are going in from the sun now. And this is the very cool the Lithionics indicator here. So if your van has the true Li3 package, you are gonna have this. And on this, it's showing you right now, we have 97% battery power. You also have 2 days, 5 hours, 6 hours at exactly what is on right now. So the fridge is on, the lights are on. And that's all that's on right now. So nothing else is really on in the van except the fridge and the lights. And at the rate we're at right now, you can go for 2 days and 6 hours. What's very neat is that you can also click on the Lithionics app and it can show you the same thing. So it shows you you're at 97%, that we have 2 days, 6 hours, and it shows you all the stuff that smart people understand and even more stuff that smart people understand. So all of this here. So if we had a double lithium package, that 2 days, 7 hours would say 4 days, 14 hours. So we would have extra. See, this is like a teaching lesson today. You know, I did a show and tell outside. Now I'm doing another show and tell here. So this shows you. Now, once we turn the air conditioner on, you will see that this 2 days, 7 hours will drop to about 8, 9, 10 hours, something like that. Depends on what we set the temperature at, depends on if we put it at low, medium, or high. But this will drop. But what's nice about this is that before you leave your van, you can actually open this up, have everything on, say, okay, this is exactly how I'm gonna leave it for the next few hours. And my phone says I have 6 hours. The little meter there says I have 6 hours. So then you can just know, okay, I have 6 hours with my pet in here, or with my stuff that's in here, the temperature that it is, and I can leave the van and I can come back in 2 hours and know that I'm gonna have 4 hours left. So it gives you that confidence that you're not always worried, are my batteries gonna die? When are they gonna die? How much more time do I have? You know, it tells you, and it's pretty accurate. Obviously, there are precautions you can take to take it to the next level. You can hook up the King internet that is in here, so that way you have internet in the coach at all times. It comes with a King Olympus to where it's a Wi-Fi extender, cell booster, all that stuff is possible. It's already wired and ready for all this. But if you have internet in here, you can hook up to the Firefly and you can check the temperature, you can check the batteries, lots of connectivity options that you have on this coach. So as we walk back, we do see there's 2 twin beds. This side here, I think it has the seat belts. Where's that at? Let me see here. On these sides. No, this is the side with the seat belts. So there are seat belts on this side here. There's also let me confirm that before I tell you for sure, because I did not actually see them. Yes, there are seat belts. I'm sorry. I knew there were seatbelts, I just didn't see them until I dug a little deeper. So there are seatbelts on this side. There is a way to, let me make this look pretty again. There is a way to make this into a king size bed. So they give you all of these things here to do it. So you just pick all these up just like that. So I'm struggling here, pick all these up. And then these cushions, they come and they lay right in there just like that. So then you can make this into one big king bed. Now, most people buy the rear bath model because they like the twin beds and they like the big bathroom in the back. But in the event you need something different, they give you that option. Coachmen likes to give you options, you know? The guys at Coachmen really, it's funny because I'll put this video out and some of the guys at Coachmen will watch it and then they'll text me and tell me what I said wrong. And they'll tell me I missed this. And they'll say, oh, that was a good idea when you said we should do that. So it's cool that they actually watch and they give me feedback. Sometimes they can just tell me, good job, Nick, you're doing great. You know, I don't get that a lot, but it's all right. I don't need that positive reinforcement, guys at Coachmen. It's all right. So I do like the 2 different Lagun tables, so you can move 1 and 1. They do give you 2. So they give you another one that stores behind the driver's seat that you can put right there. And what's nice, so my buddy Hank from Stranger Palooza, this is the floor plan he has. And so he does a lot of his podcasts out of here. So he has this set up like a movie producing room in here. And so he has set up like a studio. So he has this here, he'll put his laptop here. He'll have a second monitor there with the smart TV. And this is a very comfortable area. You can also set it up and you can just kind of, you know, sit like this because they give you the stuff here. I'd probably want another Lagun table for this side if it was me, so that way I can have my tray here, my wife can have her tray, and then we can, you know, just be hanging out here. They do give you charging ports and 110 plugs, so I really like all of that. This is the other thing. So if we move this and move this, let me show you how big this bed is. Maybe I'll just set it up like that. So Wide enough for someone who's 6 foot tall, 236 pounds. Long enough for someone who's 6 foot tall. I got room here and I got room on my feet. My wife would make me sleep reclined so she doesn't have to hear me snore. So I'd probably be sleeping something like this. So lots of room, lots of space. What's nice is there's room up there for a dog to sleep. So the dog can sleep there. So when you do get up and go to the bathroom, you're not disrupting the dog. So my friends Mike and Jennifer Wendland with RV Lifestyle, I'd recommend you checking them out. They are awesome people. They are the absolute best. Mike Wendland used to be a news reporter up in Detroit. Actually, he's won Emmys before doing news reporting, which is pretty crazy. But their channel is RV Lifestyle. So he loves this rear bath. He just did a big review on it. And they have a dog named Bo. He said Bo would sleep there. We would sleep here, and when we get up, we can go to the bathroom without disrupting the dog. And when they drive, the dog would sit there, and they'd be able to drive and keep everything really close. So they're big fans of this Beyond rear bath. They told me, I'm trying to convince them to get one, but they're in between a fifth wheel and a classic. They got all kinds of RV stuff going on. So you have night shades here. You have night shades here. More shades there and there. I like, personally, how they come up from the bottom. Reason being, you can put it up a little bit, put up a little more, let a little light in. If it came in from the top down, it'd be hard because light wouldn't come in from the bottom. But this way, light comes obviously from the top down. The light will shine in. If it's dark in here and there's, the sun's coming out, you have a little bit of light, and you can even sleep like that if you just want to leave it like that and just let a little bit of light in, or very little bit. I think it's pretty neat the way they do that. So I really like how that functions. So this is your digital TV antenna. This is your internet router, cell booster. All of that is capable with this King. It does so much. The King, you could do a half-hour-long video just on this King antenna, King Connect, all by itself. So it does a lot. You do have your JBL Bluetooth stereo here that you can connect your phone to, and you can play music in the coach. Smart TV that can connect to the King antenna, so you can watch Netflix, you can watch YouTube if you like. Amazon Prime, all kinds of stuff. You can also broadcast your phone to it, your laptop. You can use it as a second monitor. So by definition, this Beyond is a rear bath. So as we're sitting in the rear bathroom here, there is a lot of space. So these rear bathrooms really are made for extra space in the bathroom. So I'm 6 foot tall, 6'3" can probably fit in here. As I walk around with this screen shut, this door's open. This can be shut and it still give me room, but lots of space in here. So what are the trade-offs, right? You got big twin beds, you have wide open coach, you got a big bathroom here. The main trade-off you're gonna have is a small fridge. Other than that, this layout has a lot going for it, storage-wise, walkway-wise. You can store things. If you're a surfer, you can throw your surfboard through the middle here, right through this, right through there. Skis, boogie boards, kayaks, stand-up paddle boards. Lots of storage can come in and out of here. So there's a lot of storage back here. So you have cabinets that open. You do have a rod that you can hang things on here as well. When you're sitting on the toilet, you have drawers here. This should be a nice little office. You can, handle your business ×2. You do have another drawer here, nice big drawer, and another nice big drawer. So lots of drawers, lots of cabinets, lots of storage back here. That is great. On this side here, you have a sink with a drain, and then you have hot and cold water with a shower head. So this is your handheld thing here. You can also use, this is also the shower head that you can mount up, and you can take a shower with it. They let you put the shower mount wherever you'd like, but I like this. When you're done, it drains in, and then whatever doesn't catch in the drain, you just kind of push back and it kind of goes in there. They do give you 2 medicine cabinets. So medicine cabinet here and there. So I know what you guys are thinking. There's 2 medicine cabinets there, right? Like, that's not right. It should be split right down the middle. So the husband has one side and the wife has the other side, right? Yeah, no, in my family, this is how it would work. My wife would have all of this, and all of this, and she'd probably put a little shelf there and take that area, and then she would leave me that little tiny area right there for me to put my bar soap in. But everything else would be hers. I'm not bitter. I'm just saying. But I like how they do give you shelves and all kinds of stuff there. So lots of cool options. This is even bigger than last time, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So a light in here, you do have a fan, and there's a shower curtain. So you can use a shower curtain when you are showering back here. You can easily use the shower curtain. So, you know, something else that's new for 2025 are these new lights. These are bigger, brighter lights. Obviously, it has the Truma air conditioner with the low speed, high, night speed, and a built-in dehumidifier. Truma is by far the best air conditioner that I've seen in one of these Class Bs. With how quiet it is, the energy efficiency, they are absolutely great air conditioners for energy management, all types of stuff. So lots of very cool things in this Coachmen Beyond, right? If you can't tell, I have no script. I haven't stopped. This, I believe in this. Like, I know this, I love this. Like, I know that there are so many great things about this Coachmen van that just give it a shot. If you're looking for a van on a Ford Transit with all-wheel drive, with Amish-built cabinetry, with lithium power, with a rear bath, like why would this not? I mean, with the Ford Transit adaptive cruise, with the big sync system, with all the Ford features that you have in the front, also all the cameras, digital rear view mirror, like there's so many, like even as I'm closing out, it's coming to my mind all the stuff that I missed while I'm doing this video. So there's so much cool stuff that Ford has put in the chassis and that Coachmen has put in the van that I think if you're looking for something like this, you should definitely take the time to watch this video, watch other videos on stuff like this, and see one if you can. And then the smartest thing to do would be to call Sunshine State RVs and buy one from us. How's that? That's a shameless plug there. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions, please reach out to our sales team. Anyone at Sunshine State RVs would love to answer your questions. And if you stop by the dealership, I'm there every day. I would be happy to answer them as well. So thank you for watching. Good luck in your RV search. And I hope that the Coachmen Beyond is pretty high up on your list.